In the very last video, I spoke about how the world is changing and why brand strategy needs to be approached with fresh eyes. The same thing I am summarizing because they are that important, they are important to me. It is a reason why I've written this book. It is a reason why I'm putting together this course and starting a venture called Brand ReStrat. So you get it. The wordplay just came there accidentally, serendipitously. Okay. So the points to remember are: we need to stop thinking of how to grab attention and start focusing on how to ensure that we are attention worthy. Second point, we have to quit thinking about post-purchase justification of our consumers and think about how to serve their purpose of post-purchase pride. What makes you pride? Good research, good choices, good decisions. There's a difference between justification and pride in a decision, and that's the big change which we have to keep in mind. The whole world, everything is shifting from the selling mentality to the assisting mentality, and this has been fueled by the abundance from scarcity that has happened in today's world, all mentioned in my book. But basically everything is available for everyone, and there's no requirement to be cutthroat and sell and think. There's no requirement for that. What works today is collaboration and assistance and being allies. So if you have the selling mentality, is when you look for loopholes to for want of a more politically right word, fooling consumers with disorienting and misleading front of packs, for example, or labeling. People are onto us, so we need to stop doing that. Similarly with client agency relationship, it doesn't need to be okay, somehow or the other get the client to agree with what you do and then our problem is solved. It's not like that. We are allies, and neither should agencies. People who have hired agencies also have to keep in mind that we are allies. That's the change which is 100% on its way, and those other companies, in my opinion, okay, I shouldn't give a deterministic view and about 100%. We never know what scenario is going to unfold. But this is the way I see the world, and so just want to say that from selling to assisting. Okay, then we have always been experts in identifying consumer insights. Businesses are formed out of it. Communications are formed out of it. Brands are built out of it. Today there's a huge change. Consumers are majorly online, and online they are in communities. We are solo on our machine, but in that machine we are interacting with thousands of people often at the same time via our friends on Facebook or our Instagram or all our social media pages, 100 to 1000, whatever, Snapchat. So how they work, we need to also focus on consumer community insights. What matters to them, what communities RTG is likely to be a part of, and then what matters within that community and what makes them participate online. So consumer community insights is something that where there is very little work done so far, and there should be, in my opinion. Insight to tension point solving. We typically, our approach used to be to identify a consumer insight and then figure how to leverage, capitalize or exploit it. Today, maybe a very good insight always included a tension point, but today I'm just saying focus. Don't even call it an insight, call it a tension point, which has an insight wrapped around it, which we solve. We don't leverage or capitalize or exploit. We solve a tension point. That is the new age approach to brand strategy and communication building. Then very important point, everybody in this industry of communications and marketing has to develop a seamless understanding of both offline and online media. Offline is brand strategy and the academics. Online is digital media, how every platform functions, the quirks of every platform, how people operate online, and also the nature of content online. So every creative person needs to understand how to create work for offline media, traditional media, as well as digital media, and vice versa. These silos have to disappear, and over time you have the same people have to be working on both things, and this course and this book is my endeavor to bridge that gap or break down the wall or whatever. So there needs to be a seamless understanding, and that means everyone is a techie in some form, understands tech. I'm not saying everybody needs to know high-level coding languages, but like I am a case in point, I don't know coding. I mean, I did BCA many years ago, Bachelor of Computer Applications, but I know algorithms, if that makes sense to you, but I don't know to code. Suffice I say that. But I am familiar with tech. I'm making myself familiar. It's not easy for me. I'm a millennial in masquerading like Gen Z. But learning how to use various AI tools, learning to put together my own, publishing my own book, putting together my own website. I'm designing it all by myself. I designed the cover of my book myself. All these things are using digital technology. So everybody has to be a technologist. Everybody has to be creative. Every techie can't say, I am only techie, I'm not creative. Everyone has to be digitally savvy and everyone has to be creative. That's the world we are moving into. Anxiety exploiting to anxiety relieving. FOMO, fear of missing out, is one human tendency that we try to exploit in our communications. People are not looking for further anxiety, and they are already mind boggled by the anxiety that advertising and marketing has caused. And in recent times, the revelations about the cheating, about the misleading ads and misleading labels are causing a lot of distress amongst consumers. And so brands need to work towards anxiety relieving, not anxiety exploiting. We understand the anxiety and then we relieve it. That's where our thinking has to be. It just reflects on how things are becoming honest and open, because we don't honest and transparent, because we don't have another option. Everything is open and transparent. So if you keep lying, you're just lying in a glass room. People can see through. Keep research real or no research at all. Let's cut the masquerade of, again, it comes under selling. When you're selling an idea, you would package it in made up research. It has been happening in certain strategy planning teams, and if you are starting out in a career as a strategy planner and you're in a team which teaches you to do this, might as well not be there, because basically it means that you're good. There's no value in what you do. Some dignity of labor comes from, it's not just about empty posturing, right, and taking home a salary. There has to be a value in what you put to the table, and there can be brands. Every job has its role to play and its contribution in society. So strategy planners who work with fudging entire research findings, I don't even know what they are living for. I mean, just a salary, fine. Everybody knows, as long as we all know what we are doing, what we do for. But while I'm talking about brand strategy, I would say keep research real or none at all. And research, I already spoke in the research video, it's information hunting from everywhere. On that subject, today desk research is as important, if not way more important, than offline research. The offline research methods I have covered, which is one-on-one telephonic conversations or focus group discussions or anthropology observation. But because communication is moving so much into the online world and people spend majority of their time online, you can see statistics of how many hours people spend on social media and on the internet. It is necessary to observe people behavior online, how they buy, how they rest, how they study or how they learn, how they connect, how their recreation online, basic, how do they what they typically end up sharing. If you the same observation skills we had used offline, we need to use online and derive insights from there. Consumer participation insights and online consumer insights. That's as important as, or way more important, for communication and brand connect with consumers. So these are the points. In the next video, which is going to be the last video, I'm going to tell you in detail about these books that I highly recommend, and 2 more, and some podcasts and resources that you can follow. And also, if you want to be a good brand strategist, in my opinion, what are the habits to inculcate, and if you want to hire a brand strategist for your team or for your business, what qualities to look out for, and So that's what's coming in my next video.